Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we'll discuss 12 settings and hotkeys that just about every top League of Legends player exploits to their fullest. So without further ado, let's dive straight into the video. Number 12 is Digital Vibrance. You'll probably start to see just what we mean by the settings and hotkeys. Digital Vibrance is not an in-game setting, it's actually a device setting. For all our users there with NVIDIA graphics cards, Digital Vibrance is an invaluable setting that can change your game completely and your reaction time as well, with precision to go along with it. Now you may ask what the setting actually does, and the answer to that is simple. It makes the colors of your video games more vibrant, making the various animations that usually blend in with the surroundings pop a lot more. This increases your visibility by a lot, so if you're playing League of Legends, remember to turn up your digital vibrance to at least 75% and you'll be one step closer to keeping up with the elites. Number 10 is Colorblind Mode. The Colorblind Mode, as the name suggests, is to help colorblind people play and enjoy the game better. However, you don't really need to be colorblind to take advantage of this setting. In this mode, the game makes it so that some moves and even normal HUD icons like health and bars pop out more, making the various values that normally confuse you very easy to recognize and calculate. Colorblind Mode is definitely a key tool to keep up with the competitive environment where everyone searches for the most optimal strategies, so be sure to give this a shot every time you open the game. Number 10 is the refresh rate. Are you the owner of one of those computers which should run games at 400 FPS but only runs them at 60? This is a very common occurrence, even though we are prey to the same issue till we research more on it. And the reason for that issue is apart from your CPU, even your monitor plays a key role when it comes to FPS. If you have an extremely powerful CPU, but a monitor with a refresh rate of 60 FPS, you will never get a higher speed than 60. This even works the other way around, meaning to get good speeds, you need both a high-level CPU and a high-level monitor. Does it still not work? Well, that should be because monitors don't start with maximum efficiency. By this we mean that in their default setting, monitors are programmed to only have a refresh rate of 60 frames, even if they're capable of more. Remember, FPS is one of the biggest advantages you can have at any real-time video game, and so you can never have too much of it. If you're playing competitively, consider dropping your graphics setting to their lowest and invest in a good quality CPU and monitor. And don't forget to change your default settings to have more frames and you might be able to improve your performance instantly. Number 9 is the attack move on cursor. This is an obscure setting that may have puzzled you in the past. The top players in the world all attack with insane precision, while your characters just attack whatever comes their way. Where are you going wrong? The answer is not an issue with you, it's with the in-game setting. By activating the attack move on the cursor setting, your game will change its targeting method from attacking whatever's near you to whatever's closest to your cursor tap. This is an essential setting to master if you wish to compete with the pros, so remember to activate and practice with this setting during your next game session. Number 8 is Attack Champions Only. We're back to another setting everybody uses but no one talks about, the Attack Champions Only setting. May feel like a useless option considering you can always just practice enough to master targeting and aiming, but in reality it's one of the greatest tools in your toolset during an intense match. The Attack Champions Only setting, if bound to a toggle button, can improve your movement and precision by a lot. And a lot of the top gamers already use this invaluable technique. There is no reason for you to be left behind, so don't forget to practice and get used to this setting, and you'll see great results soon. Number 7, using control for level up abilities. Leveling up abilities is one of the biggest parts of League of Legends and at the same time, one of the most tedious. Every League of Legends players knows the pain that comes with choosing and clicking the option to level up your abilities. And just like we did, but we don't feel the pain anymore, because now, we can use the control key to do the job. The game already has the option to use control key, plus the skill you're using to upgrade your abilities. You can use this feature and cut down a lot of time, which usually goes to waste without this method. Number 6 is the stop command. This command is already programmed into your keyboard and even bound to a very natural S key. But no one uses this feature. Just because it seems pretty useless at first glance, in reality, it's a very powerful command that you should take advantage of in League of Legends. You try to time your attacks to get the final hit, since doing so gets you the gold. Well, a very efficient way to time this attack is by using the stop command. With this, you can avoid attacking till your target is near death, then launching a swift finishing blow, guaranteeing your well-deserved gold. This does require some practice to master, but once you do it, you'll see an improvement in your play. Number 5 is quick casting. Another simple tool you've probably been avoiding for a while now is quick casting. Quick casting is the most optimal way of dealing massive damage to your opponents, and mastering it is essential if your goal is to keep up with the elites. However, if this doesn't work for you, you can always go for the slightly slower, quick cast with indicator option. This option makes aiming a bit easier, but if you truly wish to be the very best, learning how to quick cast is your best option. Number 4 is ward aiming. This is an extension of the quick casting point. Ward aiming is another major part of the game. Using slow, inconvenient methods can easily ruin some of the most efficient strategies that exist today. So, do not bother with the normal or smart casting and master quick casting, as it yields the most rewards. Number 3 is move camera on revive. The moving camera on revive setting is one of the worst League of Legends has to offer you. And guess what? It's a default setting. This is a setting that you must turn off if there's absolutely no reason in this game to see your character respawn on the battlefield. It can harshly reduce viability of some popular strategies and offers essentially nothing in return. Be sure to turn off the setting next time you open the game. Number 2 is item slot binding. This is a very simple tool. You can go on your collections menu, select a new item set option, add the items you frequently purchase mid-battle, and set the key bindings to them so that they automatically set themselves to the key on field. This means you'll never have to remember where your new items slumber in your inventory, because you already know where they're going to be. This can optimize your gameplay significantly and is a must-use feature for competitive players. And now, the biggest and most important feature in the entire game that everyone should incorporate into their gameplay is none other than... Number 1 is mute all. That's right, coming straight from one of the biggest League of Legends players in the world, the most valuable setting in this game that can improve your gameplay the most is the mute all set. This might have come as a surprise to you, as communication seems like a very important tool in a game like League of Legends, and in some cases that's true. Because these cases are too few and far between, because most of the time, listening to your teammates and even your enemies type in chat is utterly useless if not distracting. The chat never helps you gain a competitive advantage, and some players use the chat to tip their opponents off and disorient them. Even disabling team chat directly from the settings is a good idea, as you'll never have to worry about muting the chat every game. This is by far the most valuable tool that allows you to focus on your senses on the battlefield and nothing else, which is what often leads to some of the most intense and clutch moments of competitive League of Legends has seen till today. And that's it for today's video. Be sure to comment down below some of the tools you've discovered yourself and let the entire community grow as a whole. Don't forget to give us a like, and we hope to see you again in another video. Now, without further ado, I bid you guys adieu.